So in this video, we're going to talk about how to get amazing cardio by not having to do the traditional ways that people typically do their cardio. And what I mean by that, I think that the best way, and studies does prove this, that when it comes to getting your heart rate up, which is technically what cardio is, the highest, you want to make sure that you're doing things that utilizes resistance training. Now, I don't want to just say lift weights because that's a very vague way to put it. You want to do anything that requires you to give from 0 to 100% maximal effort, because whenever you do stuff like this, and you can compound that with doing things with more time under tension involved, and you can do it in a progressive overloading fashion in which as you continue to do your sets, your heart rate will continue to elevate while the muscle tissues continue to break down. That's the key, guys. So we're going to talk about that more in this video. So the cardio that people think that they have to do is the typical running on the treadmill for an hour, walking on the treadmill. People can simply say, well, I go out walking. You know, that's a good form of cardio. I mean, that's a form of cardio, but on this page, we talk about what's most efficient. In other words, if I only had 30 minutes, which by the way, that's what my programs are all about, and this is what I basically promote all together, is keeping your training under 30 minutes. So with that said, if you only had under 30 minutes to get the most out of what you're doing, to burn the most fat, burn the most calories, okay, and build the most muscle, then I'm gonna pick something that requires me to utilize some type of compound movement or a group of them and do them for time. By doing them for time, you're able to get a multitude of things all together. You're able to break down muscle tissue, okay? Stimulate strength, and you do that because whenever you're doing a resistance-based movement for an extended period of time, you're building muscular endurance, okay? So people think strength is all about how much you can lift. Real strength is muscular endurance as well as muscle, and also how do you get your heart rate up, okay? That's the key. Now the problem with running on the treadmill, sure, it gets your heart rate up, sure, you're sweating a lot, but what they don't tell you is that when you're on that treadmill, all the impact you're doing to your lower back, your spine, your lumbar spine, your knees, your ankles, your hips. And I know this, guys, because I've worked with many people who are marathon runners, people who used to do a lot of running. And whenever you see runners with those knee sleeves on, or they're walking funny, it's because they spent years doing what I'm telling you not to do. Or at least, I mean, you can do what you want, but I don't recommend it. And with that said, guys, you want to focus on making sure that, as I always promote and preach, that you're focusing on doing things for time. Why? It's because it teaches you how to compete with yourself. And when you're focused on executing, doing as many reps as possible,